controlling the game. We can support keyboards input and games built with phaser by enabling the basic phaser keys and the create function using the create cursor keys function. And this is the example that they give us, the keyboard des.cursors, and we are setting it to the des.input a keyboard that create cursor keys. This creates 4 directional arrows keys for us. So we have the des.cursors.left, the des.cursors.right, des.cursors.up, and the des.cursors.down. You can also define the keys on your own and offer an alternative. So you have the W, the A, and the SD. So let me check it out. If okay, so now that I'm playing, if I press the W key, I'm moving up. If I'm pressing the S, I'm moving down. Okay, so if I press A, I'm moving. Okay, if I press A, I'm moving towards or backwards. If I'm pressing the keyboard D, I'm moving forward. So okay, if I press the keyboard W, I'm moving upwards. If I press the keyboard A, I'm moving backwards, backwards. If I press the keyboard S, I'm moving down. And if I press the keyboard D, I'm moving forward. So that's what we have. And this we would do it with the des.key left, and we are setting it to the des.input a keyboard.add key, and we will have the phaser.key code, and then we will have the well, in this case, the uppercase letter A. So for the keyboard, we will have the same thing. This is the des.key right, and we are setting it to the des.input a keyboard.add key, phaser.key code, uppercase letter D, des.key up, and we're setting to the des.input a keyboard.add key, phaser.key code.w, and finally the keyboard des.key down, setting it to the des.input at keyboard.add key, and we would pass in the phaser.key code.uppercase letter S. The support for both the cursor and the WASD keys, we need to do this. So we will have an if statement declaration. If des.cursors.left is down, or the des.key left is down, then we will do something. So move left. Else if des.cursors.right that is down, or des.key right is down, then we will move right. Then we will have a second if statement. If des.cursor.up that is down, or the des.key up that is down, move up. Else if des.cursors.down is down, or des.key down is down, then we will move down. In the update function, we can, okay, so this is in the update function in the JavaScript states, we can now move the player ship in any direction using one of two sets of movement key options. So we can also offer fire and control alternatives. For cursor keys, the natural shooting button would be on the other side of the keyboard, so the player can use the other hand. For example, the X key for the WASD key can be the space bar. So let me see something. Okay, so we don't have that, but let me see if I can shoot. Okay, so if I press X, I can start shooting the keyboard X. Okay. Yeah, this is getting a little bit. take that helicopter down. Okay, so I got it bien. Okay, good. Alright, so maybe I'm gonna win this stuff. Let me see. I'm taking this. Oh, okay, so they're trying to land a game cap on me. Okay, so I finished it. Oh, well, maybe we can go to 400. So yeah, this is the longest that I've been playing this. Let me see. Oh, there's another helicopter. Oh man, this is just very. Yeah, man, this is a good game to play. And I just kept mapping on the X button, and I just wow. Let me see. I'm gonna grab as many of those power-ups. Senkai Blue. Let me check it out. Okay, so let me try if I can. I wanna destroy a helicopter again, so I took one a few moments ago, so I'm gonna take this one as well. Too many asteroids, oops. Yeah, I wanna keep moving forward, so let me see. Yeah, I got you. I wanna destroy this helicopter so badly. Come on, come on. I can do that. Whoa. I think he's gonna bring me, yeah, because of more energy. Yes, I can do this, let me see. I think I'm playing for a long time right now, but I just wanna destroy the helicopters, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I got it, so I was able to destroy. Whoa. Okay. Man, they came. All those guys, they came out. So, let me see. Okay. Again. Oh, whoa, hey, chill out. Okay, yeah, I can. Let me see. Man, this is the longest that I've been playing. Destroy these guys. Yeah, I haven't even moved my finger from the keyboard letter X. So, okay, so there's another helicopter. So let me destroy it. I want to destroy this helicopter too. Oh no, man, I went. Oh, I should have. Oh man, I moved backwards. Yeah, I should have kept moving forward. So let me see, I wanna clear this path, and then I wanna go down to take out this their helicopter. So I only need two helicopters. So I wanna take this one as well. Okay, I got you. I think I'm gonna follow it. Oh man. No. Yeah, it got me. Okay, but I mean 875, 53%. Oh man, I got addicted to this game. Yeah. So we have that. So yeah, I've been using the keyword or the key letter X. So we will have the des.keyfire1, and we are setting it to the des.input.keyboard.add key, and we will pass in the phaser.keycode.x, and then ended up with a semicolon. We will have the des.keyfire2 and setting it to the des.input.keyboard.add key, and we will have the phaser.keycode and the spacebar. So you can shoot with the spacebar, pressing the spacebar keyboard or the letter X. In the update function, we can easily check if any of those two were pressed on each frame. So we will have if des.keyfire1 is down or des.keyfire2 is down, then fire the weapon. If yes, then it's time to shoot some bullets, okay, some digital bullets. We can even define a secret cheat button. So des.key cheat is being assigned to the des.input.keyboard.add key and phaser.keycode. So, and then the letter C. and then in the update function, whenever C is pressed, we'll do this. So let me just give it a try, but this time I'm not gonna press it. But if I press the letter C, let me see. Okay, so I'm not doing, I'm not doing, pressing the letter C. Whoa. I'm trying to avoid this. Okay. Let me see. Pressing the key code C, okay, and then in the update function, whenever C is pressed, we'll do this. So okay, if there's a key sheet is down, then this player that health, we are setting it to this player that max health. Oh, okay, so it's for the max health. So I got you. So let me see. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. We can set the health of the player to maximum. Remember, as a secret, so don't tell anyone. So yeah, that's how we would do the pressing in the letter C. So how to play. We implemented the controls, and now we should inform the player about their options to control the game. They wouldn't know about them otherwise when showing the how to play screen, where the various ways to control the ship in the game are shown. Instead of showing them all to everyone, we can detect whether the game is launched on desktop or mobile and just show the appropriate controls for the device. So we will have the if statement declaration. If there's a game that device the desktop, then move text, arrows keys, or WASD to move, and then the shoot text, we will have the X or space to shoot. Else move text, we will have the tap and hold. So this will be for your cell phone. Tap and hold to move, and then shoot text, tap to shoot. Okay. If the game is running on desktop, the cursor and WASD keys message will be shown. If not, then the mobile touch controls message will be. So we have this arrow keys or WAS to move, and this would be for the X for space to shoot. So this would be for desktop, and this for your cell phone or your tablet. Okay, so to skip the how to play screen, we can listen for any key being pressed and move on. So we will have there's an input, a keyboard that on down call back, and we are setting it to the function, and inside we passing in an if statement, this that is state that status, and we would set it to equal to the intro, to the string intro, and inside of the curly braces we will have the this that hide intro. Okay, so this hides the intro and starts the actual game without us having to set up another new key control just for this. So pausing game over screens. So this is pretty much the final part. To make the game fully playable with the keyboard, it should be possible to go back to the main menu. So let me see. Okay, so right now I am in the main menu, pressing that one. Okay, continue playing or restart the game from the pause and game over screen. It can be done exactly the same as before by capturing key codes and performing actions. For example, by specifying phaser.keycode.backspace or phaser.keycode.delete, you can hook up an action to fire when the delete / backspace button is pressed. So summary. Okay, we'll deal with touch, keyboard, and mouse controls. Now let's move on to look how to set up the game to control using the console gamepad using the gamepad API. So that's pretty much all that we have for the desktop mouse and keyboard controls.